South Haven City Council members have voted no on a resolution accepting any speed study results on one of its busier streets.
It deals with the 85th percentile rule, which sets suggested limits from MDOT and state police speed studies at the point 85% of drivers don't exceed.
News 8's David Horak has that story for us, including how lawmakers in Lansing might change that.
Speed limit signs on Phoenix between Broadway and Blue Star Highway could have seen different numbers, but instead...
Sure. It's what? I think it'll be clear, but...
South Haven City Council decided to give that speed study a backseat.
Onuki? No.
The intent was to address the concerns citizens of it going too fast.
Yet the outcome could have further aggravated those concerns. Michigan's 85th percentile rule sets suggested speed limits from MDOT and state police speed studies at the point that 85% of drivers do not exceed. Those usually never lead to a slower limit.
This is not a percentage I would...
Which is why South Haven Public Works Director William Hunter told City Council members it would have been a coin flip.
They were expecting, and I think the people communicating to us, the speed would be decreased, which I don't fully believe it would.
So the speed limit here along Phoenix Street is 35 miles an hour, and let's say a speed study was conducted. If 85% of drivers along this stretch go 37.5, state law would actually force that average to be rounded up to 40 miles an hour. But a bill in Lansing could change that.
So you're actually faster than the 85th percentile. And so we really think that it just makes sense to allow municipalities to decide whether it goes up or down.
Republican Representative Bradley Slaw of Zeeland drafted House Bill 4012, which would make some changes to Michigan Vehicle Code if passed. One of them is that the speed limit may be set below the 85th percentile speed if an engineering and safety study demonstrates a situation with hazards to public safety that are not reflected by the 85th percentile speed.
We want it to be realistic, and so this bill allows it if there's a church or school crossings, or if there's dips in the road or a curve. It really could take all those into effect and actually lower the speed limit potential.
The bill has bipartisan support, including from Democrat Julie Rogers of Kalamazoo, where a speed study and Slim County Road Commission vote controversially rose the limit on Nichols Road and 14th Street in nearby Cooper Township.
Local context and what the situation is and what is located really does need to be taken into effect. And I think right now, the way the legislation is currently, it's a one-size-fits-none approach.
As of Monday night, the bill is sitting in the House's Committee on Transportation, Mobility, and Infrastructure. We're in South Haven. David Horak, News 8.